Okay, so today I'm on an adventure. I'm actually traveling from a visit with a friend who lives about 360 miles away from me. And I'm traveling home, and on the way home is the Shenandoah National Park Skyline Drive, which I don't think I've ever been on before. And I just got to the first overlook. And it's April, but we're, in the western part in the mountains and all that of Virginia. So still have not all the spring, everything filled out on the trees and everything leaves, but wow. So let me show you the view that I have right now. So I'm actually going to get out of the car and get a better view. Okay. Wow. Wow. Shenandoah National Park is 100% worth it. Skyline Drive is 100% worth it. It's the first week of April, and the only thing I wish that I had done different is brought hat, gloves, and scarf. I didn't realize how quite cold it was going to be up here, especially when you're standing where there's not a lot of trees and you get the big vistas, you get the wind just blowing in. But man, is it worth it. So Skyline Drive has 4 entrances / exits. The entirety of it is 105 miles. They say that you could do it in 3 hours. That's probably if you're not stopping very often, I think. You can only drive 35 miles per hour, I believe, throughout the park. And there's just one road. It's a 2-lane road, lots of curves and everything, typical mountain road. So I entered at the north entrance, which is at Front Royal, Virginia. The southern entrance is at Warrenton, Virginia. I know one of the stop outs is near Luray, Virginia, and I can't remember where the other one, the fourth one is. I'm only planning on doing the most northern 31 miles, and that should be an exit when I get to that point to get off, because I wanted to see it, but I also, this was an unexpected part of my trip. I knew I was going up north to Pennsylvania, and I've done a different video about that, but I did not expect to do this Skyline Drive thing. I didn't know anything about it. Yeah, so, but totally worth it. So it's a $30 entrance fee to get in, and they do have, Shenandoah National Park actually has campgrounds in it. They also have lodges in it, so you can stop and, if you wanted to do an overnight thing. I'm not sure what all else that they have. The place that I'm at right now is the visitor center on the northern end, so it's 4 miles in once you come through Front Royal. And they had, of course, bathrooms, and they've got a park ranger that can, tell you all the stuff on the map and all that. And they've got places to sit down, and then they've got a little tiny, park store that you can go in and get t-shirts and magnets and some books on Shenandoah and all those sorts of things. But anyway, totally worth it. If you're in this part of Virginia at all and you have some time to just drive around on the Skyline Drive, would highly recommend it. Anyway, that's all for this part of this adventure. This is Signal Knob Overlook. Just beautiful, and it does go beyond that. I just didn't want to get out of the car because it's quite cold out. Totally worth the trip. Totally worth the trip. This is, I think it's called Hog Wallow Flats. I could be totally wrong, but man, oh man, the vista on this one. It's huge. It just goes on and on. Woo! Forgive the wind blown hair, and yeah. This is the first week of April, and it is, yeah, I've seen snow flurries today. And actually, when I left Pennsylvania, it was actually snowing, but then it was doing that, you know, as soon as it hit the car, melted, and the road wasn't sticking or anything like that. So it was alternating between snow and rain. So it is quite a cold day. Anyway, so this is the last vlog that I'm making on my trip to Shenandoah National Park with the Skyline Drive. Totally 100% worth it. I've only done a third of the drive. Some things that I would let you know is that you do have to pack your patience a little bit, but the whole point is you're not trying to reach a destination. It's the actual drive is the destination, okay? There's a speed limit of 35 miles per hour throughout the park and it's just a 2-lane road, traffic coming one way and then the other way. And there are some passing spots, but not very often because there's lots of curves and ups and downs where you can't see around the corner or over the hill. So in addition to that, today in particular, I'm not sure if a race was going on, but there were a ton of bikers, like a lot of bikers. I am so impressed with their endurance and stamina, but as you can imagine, they weren't doing 35 miles per hour, especially on the ups. So you did have to slow down a lot and wait to see where you could try to pass around them or just stay behind them for quite a while. But I didn't mind that because it gives you a chance to see the scenery more and just adds to the experience. So I just finished eating lunch at this place that is at Skyline. If you just Google Skyline, no, sorry, not Skyline, because this is Skyline Drive. If you Google Skyland, it's like got cabins and you know, restroom and a little gift shop, but it also has a dining room. Oh, and there is actually a place where you can get hot coffee to go, and snacks and those sorts of things. So this particular restaurant, the food was good. It was good. It was food that you could probably find pretty much anywhere else you go to, like what I would call like a casual dining restaurant. Like say, I had a pulled pork sandwich and they make the homemade potato chips and it was really yummy. But the reason that you want to go to this restaurant is the view. It is amazing. And I was able to sit at a table right up against the windows where all the view was. Just amazing. So it's definitely worth doing that. And the last 10 miles, if you're coming from the north, it's 41 miles in from Front Royal to get to this restaurant. Those last 10 miles, it will feel like it's taking forever just because of the fact that you're driving that 35 miles per hour when you can. I did see some deer right along the side of the road. I also saw a wild turkey cross the road in front of me. That was fun. Apparently there's lots of bears in the park, but I've been on the road and I can't imagine they get that close to the road, but maybe they do. And as I'm filming this, it's starting to snow flurry more, which is really kind of interesting to me because I love seeing the snow. It's fun. Anyway, so I've got about a 3.5, 4 hour drive back to where my house is, and I'm going to sign off so that I can go do that. But before I do, I just want to say, it is okay to go on an adventure by yourself. It really is. You can enjoy it, because you don't have to like cater to anybody else's, like, oh, they want to eat us at a certain place, or they want to leave at a certain time, or they want to stop and look at this thing, or they don't want to stop and look at that thing, or whatever the scenario is. When you're by yourself, you get to pick and choose all of those things. You can go at your own pace. You can cut it short if you want. You can lengthen it if you want. And like I might have said at the beginning of this video, this was an unintended trip. I had a planned trip to go up to the kind of central western, I guess it's more central, but to me it feels more western, part of Pennsylvania where the Allegheny Mountains are, to see a friend. So that was a planned trip, and I had no idea until I was driving there. And I was on 60 West, which, oh, I'm telling you, 60 West in Virginia, you get to this point and it's just, there's the Shenandoah, the mountains, the valley. It's breathtaking. It's breathtaking. And so that's what made me research, I wonder if I can, if there's another drive I should take on the way home. And that's where I discovered the Skyline Drive at Shenandoah National Park. Anyway, this was an unplanned adventure. It's added probably all told about 2 hours to my trip because of the slower drive and the stopping and doing the overlooks and then stopping to eat lunch as opposed to like going through a fast food place. But it's and $30 from my pocket to pay for the ticket to actually get into the park. But it is 100% worth it. I'm glad I did it, and one of these days I want to do the whole 105-mile drive, which it goes from Front Royal, Virginia, where I started, the northernmost entrance, all the way down to Warrenton, Virginia, the southernmost entrance. Anyway, if you're ever thinking about making a choice to just go on a little adventure by yourself, even if it's just for an hour, go for it. You just never know what might happen, what things you might see, and how much joy it might give your heart. Until next time, have a great day.